Good day and welcome to SCO BRICS Insight, where we talk about what's really going on in the world of the BRICS. Now today I want to talk about Russia and gold. And gold has become a new way of saving for Russians, and last year saw the highest volume of purchases by them of gold bars, coins and jewellery in a decade. Now Russia was among the top 5 gold-loving countries in 2024. So why is this demand for a type of investment soaring, and what happened to the love of dollars and euros, deposits and real estate? Well, in 2024, the highest volume of gold purchases since 2013 was recorded at 76.5 tons in the form of jewellery, coins and bars, according to analysts from the World Gold Council. As a result, Russia entered the top 5 countries in the world of gold investment. At the same time, gold prices have been rising over the year and are set to continue records for the foreseeable future, in my opinion. Last Wednesday, a new record of $2,882 per ounce was set, and economists at City Research have raised their gold price forecast for the next 3 months from $2,800 to $3,000 an ounce. Now, before I continue, I'd like to make an appeal. If you like and enjoy my videos, you can help me fund the channel and my website scobricsinsight.com to further develop them. You can do this by making a small donation, which you can do by clicking on the thanks button at the bottom of the video screen. Everybody who donates does get a personal thank you from me. And I'm thanking you all now just for watching, because every viewer is appreciated, and I do look forward to your comments as well, so do keep them coming too. Now, the reason for this escalation of gold prices was the trade war between the US and China. That was prompted obviously by Donald Trump. Well, it's possible to quickly agree with Canada and Mexico and remove the tariffs. This is not going to be possible with China. So Beijing responded with its countermeasures against US energy resources. And it turns out that in response to that, Russians have chosen a good strategy for investing in gold. I mean, the Russians have been buying more gold since 2022. I mean, the conspicuous policy of the state, which abolished VAT on gold bullion and waived personal income tax for 2 years, obviously helped. I mean, this policy of fiscal incentives worked, and I think the figure of 75.6 tons is inaccurate, because it's impossible to calculate the secondary market for gold coin, which have been in circulation for some time. I mean, only from March the 1st this year will gold coins be taken into account in the precious metals turnover accounting system. Bars are included and jewellery's been deferred. So I therefore believe that the figure of over 100 tons is a far more accurate assessment of the purchase of gold bars, coins and jewellery by Russians last year. Now, to put it in perspective, in the 2010s, Russians only bought around 3 to 4 tons of gold a year, and that was according to Alexei Volosky, who's the president of the Zolota Palata. Now, the analyst believes that the state has introduced tax breaks to prevent the outflow of funds from banks. Usually at the beginning of a financial crisis, people immediately run to the banks to withdraw their deposits. This happened quite a few times in Russia, I can assure you. I've seen all these. And then they move their rubles into dollars and euros, and that brings a serious collapse of the banking system. So in order to counteract this phenomenon, which has occurred quite often in Russia's history, a number of decisions were taken, and the fruits of which we're seeing today. Sensible fiscal policy, in my opinion. So it's been possible to reduce, not completely, but pretty much, the outflow of capital and not collapse the banking system, but actually support it, because the banks are actually involved in gold transactions, from mining it to selling it. And personal metal accounts are also setting records as countries' budget benefits from the increased demand, because gold mined in Russia, so not dependent on imports. I mean, last year 328 tons were mined. That's the second highest in the world. And a fair bit of this gold is now being consumed within Russia. Now, this is a great story, because the state also earns extra money, because taxes are paid to the budget along the entire chain, from mining it to selling it. I mean, the mining industry, the refineries, the banks and the population. The personal income tax was abolished for 2 years, and now you only have to pay for it for less than 3 years, if you've owned it for less than 3 years. And that's according to the Vice President of Gold and Plata. In addition to investing in dollars and euros, there's another common tool for preserving savings and making a profit. That's obviously involving real estate. But gold is a big winner compared to property. First of all, the entry threshold for gold is much lower. Even pensioners come to us, as a man from VTB. He said a 3-gram coin gold St. George the Victorious is 30,000 rubles, and to buy an apartment you need 8 million rubles. So also gold this past few years has had a higher return. We concluded an analysis that took the dynamics of 10 years from 2014 to 2024. In Moscow, the average price of a square metre has gone up from 200 to 270,000 rubles in 10 years, and gold has increased 650% in 10 years, said Vasilevsky. So there's need to talk about the stock market, because it's not about income, it's about how not to lose your money, and if you buy gold, you don't. Now, cryptocurrency was legalised in Russia last year, and it's also become popular as a protective asset. Now you can legally mine and actually own cryptocurrency, but you can't actually pay for much in ordinary day life with it and services. And if you don't take Bitcoin, which has grown more than gold, then most other of these cryptocurrencies do seem to be a bit sort of fraudulent, if you don't mind me saying. You look at how the Trump coin was inflated to high values and then immediately collapsed, and people in America lost millions on these Trump coins. So beware of what you invest in. For ordinary investors, especially older people, investing in crypto is uncomfortable, unsafe, and it's not something they really actually understand. After all, last year Russians massively transferred their money to deposits, the volume of which increased by 1.5 times in the banks. That's because the return on interest on bank deposits rose sharply to 20 to 23% against the background of the central bank's interest rate hikes. Yet the return on bank deposits is incomparable with the return on gold in 2024. Gold and rubles grew by 44% and dollars by 30% and interest rates by only 21%. Now, at the same time, Vasilevsky expects new historical records for both dollars and rubles in 2025. Back in the summer, he said that they predicted that gold would reach $3,000 an ounce, and we're already close to that level. So that level could be expected in March or April, and rubles gold will go to around 10,000 rubles per gram. Now, however, another leading analyst, a guy called Igor Ratskorev, he doesn't share the optimism. He said that last year the price of gold rose from $2,060 to $2,700. He said, but there's no guarantee of such steady growth in 2025. There's always a pessimist now, isn't there? So he says, therefore, investing in gold's interesting, but there are other options. And he looks at residential and non-residential property market, and he says they're always relevant in a new wave and trend of investment. And obviously, he also discovers digital financial assets. Although forecasts indicate that the market volume may grow to 250 billion rubles, according to him, if investors are diversified, gold can only generate an income in price of price growth, but also partially hedge the risks of ruble weakening as gold is traded in US dollars. But at the moment, the ruble's trading higher against the dollar as well as the gold. So, judging by the demand from gold from a number of central banks, though, the potential for gold upside remains, and it's unlikely that gold will go by such impressive results, but certainly going up over the 3,000 level is likely, according to estimates and in my own opinion. So gold is a seriously good investment, and I look forward to what's going on. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you enjoy my channel, please click on the thanks button and don't forget to comment. Thank you.